Hello Yarn Obsession Nation, this is Sadie, and this lesson is going to be on the woven stitch. It's a simple stitch that uses the single crochet. So if you've already learned how to do the single crochet, then you're well on your way to doing this stitch. If you haven't learned how to do the single crochet yet, the information will be down below on the video you can find that I created on how to do the single crochet. Then you can come back to this video and learn how to do the woven stitch. Let's get started. The woven stitch is a fairly easy stitch which uses the single crochet and even number of stitches to get the effect needed. So for this demonstration we're going to chain 12 and then begin our base row and then continue into the woven stitch. So let's chain 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now to begin your base row, you're going to insert your hook into the second chain from the hook. And as we've learned, the second chain from the hook is you start counting from this stitch here, and so that's 1, 2, and so that's the second chain from the hook. You're going to insert your hook there and do your single crochet. If you haven't yet learned how to do single crochet, please go back to the video link that is showing right now that I created for how to do a single crochet. Then you can come back and continue with this tutorial. After you do your single crochet, you're going to chain 1. You're going to skip the next chain, which is right here, and insert your hook into the following chain and do a single crochet and chain 1. Then you're going to skip the next stitch or chain, whichever, depending on what you're up to. We're going to insert the hook into the next chain, pull up a loop and do our single crochet, and then a chain 1. Skip the next chain, insert your hook into the following chain, pull up a loop, single crochet, chain 1. Skip the next one, insert your hook into the following chain, single crochet, chain 1. Skip the next chain, insert your hook into the final chain, single crochet, and there you have your base row. And of course you're going to chain 1 at the end of this row for your turning chain. Then you turn your work, and then you skip the first single crochet for your next row. You skip the first single crochet and you insert your hook underneath the chain 1 space that was created when you skipped a stitch and you chained 1. Pull up a loop, single crochet, chain 1. You skip the next single crochet. I hope you can see that pretty well. You skip this next single crochet and you insert your hook into the chain 1 space, and single crochet, chain 1. You continue across the same way. So you skip the next single crochet and insert your hook into the chain 1 space, single crochet, chain 1. Again, skip the single crochet, insert into the chain 1 space, single crochet, chain 1. When you get to the end of your row, there's going to be your turning chain, and what you want to do there is you want to end with a single crochet in your turning chain. Otherwise, what you will end up doing is reducing the number of stitches that you're working with. You don't want to do that. So once you do your single crochet into your turning chain, you chain one for a turning chain, and then you turn your work. And then you continue. I'm going to do a few more rows and we'll return with a larger piece so that you can see what the woven stitch looks like. This is what the woven stitch looks like after you've done a few rows. It's a beautiful pattern and it gives a lot of texture to your piece, whatever it is that you're working on. One of the things that I found that is easiest in terms of figuring out where your next stitch goes is to take a look at the pattern. On the woven stitch, where you have a single crochet, you also have a V. I hope you can see that. Every time you have a single crochet, there is a V looking up at you. Those are your single crochets, and generally with this pattern, the woven stitch, what you're going to do is you're not going to insert your hook inside those V's. You're going to insert the hook between the V's. Okay? So to do the woven stitch, you insert your hook between the V and then you create the single crochet from there. And as you can see, the next chain one space is right here between these two V's. So you insert your hook there to create your next single crochet and chain one for the continuation of your pattern. So that is your woven stitch. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section or send me an email. I love to hear from you guys. You're always so kind, and I will answer your questions as best I can. And as always, have fun.